Hi, my name is Jack. This is the Tropicana Casino Parking Garage Collapse Project. My group members on this project were Mathew, Gabriel, Ryan, and Carey. So the Tropicana Casino was built in 1919 in Atlantic City. It was called the Ambassador Hotel. This was the original name. And here's a picture of the original hotel below. On November 23rd of 1981, after a few different names and owners, the casino officially reopened as the Tropicana Casino and Resort. The new owner invested over $200 million remodeling and building a new tower. And the casino has 2,364 rooms, and the gaming space is about 125,935 square feet. So it's a very large casino and resort. On October 30th of 2003, there was a parking garage that was under construction, and unfortunately it collapsed, which killed 4 workers and injured 21 other workers. The new parking garage was part of a new expansion project that was being built onto the existing casino and resort. So this garage, it was designed to be a 10-story parking garage and was under construction during the time of the collapse. The parking structure was designed as a reinforced concrete structure. It had 2 different bays. So the first bay was in the east-west direction, and it was 36 feet wide. But then there was an exterior bay that was 48 feet wide. The incident occurred in this exterior bay. The parking garage was built using filigree wide slab composite concrete construction. The way this works is the construction is a way of connecting 2 concrete pieces, with one being made in a factory and then being able to connect that piece to the cast in place concrete that's already existing at this job site. So the filigree construction is more efficient as well as economically better for construction rather than using the traditional cast in place method. So they use this, for efficiency and money reasons. So what caused the collapse? Insufficient steel reinforcement was one of the factors. So the required embedded length for the welded wire mesh wasn't provided to some areas. So it was without that mesh. Failed to detail, fabricate, and place the bottom reinforcing steel. So there wasn't reinforcement all the way throughout the structure. There was cracks appearing in the concrete. So the superintendent and management failed to act on reports of cracks in the structure. So they ignored these reports. And the last factor was inadequate shoring. So it failed to reshore an adequate number of floors. There was premature removal of reshores, and the shores were cracked as well. Unfortunately, there was some loss of life in this incident. 4 men died and 21 men were injured. 2 of the men that died were cement mason workers, and the other 2 were iron workers. The total settlements for the families and the injured men was around $101 million. So $82.5 million in cash settlements, and then $8.3 million for medical expenses. There is a memorial that they built that commemorates these workers to kind of remember them and have bring awareness to the public of what had happened at this structure. So to summarize our project, the Tropicana parking garage collapse occurred in October 30th, 2003. The garage was part of a large $200 million remodel and expansion project that was being added on to the existing structure of the Tropicana Casino and Resort. The collapse was caused by a combination of factors. These factors were insufficient steel reinforcement, cracks in the concrete, and inadequate shoring. In the accident, 4 men died and 21 were injured. These were all workers on the garage project who were killed. So here's some references that we used to do this project. OSHA had put out a good report of this. And then we used a news article from the Press of Atlantic City that, was posted online and had some good information as well. I think the main takeaway on this is, there were some factors pointing to a potential hazard, and unfortunately they weren't taken care of when they were originally pointed out. So I think, learning from this in the future, if there's ever anything such as cracks in concrete or shoring, definitely take care of that and make sure that when you're reinforcing something, you gotta, do it properly and make sure you're not missing anything. Thank you. And this has been our presentation.